Nightly greetings, one and all. William Theo here, homegrown and happy to bring you PTV News Now. Starting off our stories tonight, Aussie and Pinoy, perhaps the new rallying cry on this newly reinforced partnership between the Philippine government and their counterparts from down under. The Philippine Coast Guard has a new fleet to train on and utilize for its maritime domain awareness work and for operation utilization for its security aerial patrols for monitoring or evaluation. No, they are not maritime vessels, but rather unmanned aerial vehicles or drones. 20 brand spanking new units handed to the PCG in a turnover ceremony in Mariveles, Bataan earlier today. All part of a gift package from the Australian government conveyed or relayed by Australian envoy to the country Hae Kyung-yu to the Philippine Coast Guard to help in its ongoing modernization program. The gift package also includes the crucially important component of training and operation of these world-class flyers. So drone specialists from Australia's Department of Climate Change, Energy, the Environment and Waters Office of the Chief Remote Pilot flew in this week to train for 30 days members of the Coast Guard's Aviation Command Unmanned Aerial Vehicle Squadron. For his part, PCG Commandant Admiral Ronnie Hill Gavan expressed heartfelt thanks for this truly valuable endowment from the Australian government. He said it would greatly help in not only helping protect the country's territory and sovereignty, but also aid in keeping the high seas open and free for international navigation and innocent passage for trade and research purposes in accordance with the rule of law. And though it has been repeatedly rejected by all in the Arab world, Israeli hardliners are still embracing and urging for Israeli Prime Minister Bibi Netanyahu and U.S. President Donald Trump to follow through and take a stab on the latter's Migration Authority plan to empty Gaza of Palestinians and proceed from there. VOA's Linda Gradstein files this report from Jerusalem.
The far-right Land of Israel caucus in the Knesset met Sunday in a special session to endorse U.S. President Donald Trump's plan for relocating 2.3 million Palestinians out of Gaza. Israeli Finance Minister Bezalel Smotrich says he is establishing a migration authority within the Defense Ministry to encourage Palestinians to leave Gaza.
וכל שקל שנשקיע בעידוד הגירה יעלה לנו הרבה פחות.
Every shekel we will invest in encouraging migration will cost us less than fighting again and again. The budget will not be an obstacle to this plan. This is not just another plan. It is a potential for historic change in the Middle East and Israel.
Knesset member Simcha Rothman says this relocation plan is more realistic than the one recently proposed by Egypt and the Arab League, which would allow the Palestinian Authority to run Gaza without disarming the U.S.-designated terrorist group Hamas.
People will say, let's rehabilitate Hamas. Let's give Hamas all the opportunity to rebuild its forces. How come this is a realistic solution? It's not. It's dangerous to Gaza, it's dangerous to Gazans, and it's dangerous to the peace of this area.
Far-right legal scholars at the Land of Israel caucus meeting say that encouraging emigration from a war zone is not a violation of international law.
We know that in time of war, there are refugees. From Afghanistan, millions of refugees. From the war in Syria, millions of refugees. From the war in Ukraine, millions of refugees. None of this is called ethnic cleansing. Now, the creation of such refugees cannot be done on purpose, but it need not be specifically prevented as a consequence of war.
Representatives of Israeli liberal organizations disagree.
This is not voluntary removal of people, it's displacement or transfer of population. It's a war crime and it's immoral. If you make people's life miserable and then you say they want to leave the place, it's not that they voluntarily go out.
Many at the Knesset caucus called for Israel to reestablish the 21 Jewish settlements in the Gaza Strip, which were evacuated in 2005 when Israel unilaterally withdrew from the territory.
The people of Israel are ready to fight, are ready to carry out President Trump's idea of immigration of the Gazans. At the same time, the people of Israel are ready and willing to fulfill the goal of Zionism to settle the entire Gaza with Jewish settlers.
While the prospect of rebuilding Jewish settlements in Gaza seems unlikely, most Israelis agree that Hamas should have no role in its future, and some believe the best way to ensure that is to get most Palestinians to leave Gaza. Linda Gradstein, VOA News, Jerusalem.
Right now, let's lend our eyes and ears to my colleague in PTV's Baguio City studios for what's hot and happening in the Cordilleras. Audrey?
Naimbag Arabi, naipasidong iti tinawon a drug testing nagitikamong ti Benguet Police Provincial Office iti Camp Bado Dangwa. February 2024, nagunod ti Benguet PPO ti drug-free workplace status. Tapno mapagtalina daytoy na ipasidong iti tinawon a drug testing dagiti nga gasot 6 a police personnel kan non-uniformed personnel. Nagnegatibo iti anyaman nakita ti illegal a droga ti umuna asa nga gasot 4 bayat amor uray pay ti resulta ti nabatbati an nasrok 20 manikod iti crime laboratory office. Pamanagnak daytoy iti kari ang mapagtalinaed ti integridad kan mataginayon ti kangatuan nga ethical standards dagiti pulis. Iti baot ti sumagmamano o kaso dagiti daduma a pulis a mairamraman iti illegal nga aktibidad. Impet ng ti Benguet PPO nga awan kadagiti kamong dati agar aramat kan konektado iti transaksyon ti illegal a droga.
By being free from the use of illegal drugs and or use of illegal drugs para maipakita natin sa kanila na ang talagang ginagampanan lang natin dito is yung maintenance of peace and order sa buong probinsya ng Benguet.
Iti sabali pay adamag awan ti nailista ti Baguio City Veterinary Agriculture Office akaso ti rabies iti 2024. Namin tinir ti syudad ti rabies-free record da iti unag ti 10 kadua atawan. Impanakal ti Baguio Sibaw agapo dayto iti napaertengan nga anti-rabies vaccination drive. Iti datos da numanon iti nasurok 40,000 nga aso kun pusa ti nabakunaan kontra iti rabies na artapan dametan ti target da mabakunaan itatawan. Nangilatang dametan iti pondo para iti panakagatang ti anti-rabies vaccine. Kabayatan na, dumanon iti nasrok 13,000 nga aso ti nairehistro iti 2024. Dumanon iti nasrok 4,000 ti nakapon. Nasrok mat iti 3,000 awala nga aso ti na-impound. Dagiti damdamag manipod iti PTV Cordillera, siyak ni Audrey Villena na Imbag Arabi.
Many thanks, Audrey. And with that, we've come to the end of our program. Join us anew tomorrow evening for another set of breaking stories at the hour. And make it a habit to always get up to speed by catching the news right here. William Theo wishing you all a much cooler and more restful night ahead. And thank you for watching PTV News Now.